guys. Well, thank you so much for joining the Platinum Dynasty team call. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties, so I appreciate you guys being patient and so flexible and hopping on an unexpected Zoom versus YouTube. So tonight's call, we're actually kicking off a brand new series called the RHINOCORN Series, and it starts with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick screen share so we can get started, and then if by chance you guys lose me, you guys have my cell phone number. I'm off Facebook whenever I'm doing trainings because it's too distracting, so just send me a text message and be like, hey, you're not even on, you're talking to yourself. All right, here we go. All right. So I'm trying to think, you guys, I'll just start from the very beginning because I don't know what you guys heard and what you didn't. So tonight is our new series, our RHINOCORN series, and it starts with you. I want to make sure that you guys are all familiar with our team training site, which is teamplatinumdynasty.com. That's actually where we store all of our recorded calls, as well as step-by-step instructions if you're a brand new coach. If you're a coach, you've been a coach for a while and you're just needing a little bit of an extra push or extra tips and, connection to the team, you're going to want to check out the team training site so you can get up to date on how we are training our new coaches. Because if you're bringing on new coaches, you need to know what you're directing your new coaches to. So I always like to start out our Tuesday night team calls with a little bit of news. So for the month of March, we're doing things a little bit differently, and that is because we are doing a push to diamond group that is conflicting with some things. So typically what we've done in the past is Tuesday nights we alternate with a business presentation and a team training. So for the month of March, we are going to be doing a business presentation every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So you guys write this down in your calendars so that you have it. It's going to be titled Why Not You? And it's going to be hosted by some top coaches on the team, as well as some other Star Diamond coaches that I've teamed up with. So it's going to be really interesting for your prospects, your people, your friends, your family to hear the business explained, hear their stories, hear their testimonials, and have the business explained for you, and then have us close the deal for you. So you want to make sure that you are, as you're messaging people throughout this next week, you're inviting them to this presentation. I will have the link available for you guys soon. You're more than welcome to create your own event page and invite your friends and family and prospects. And then once I have the link, you can just upload the link into your event page. So that means team trainings are going to take place every Tuesday night this month. So that means our RHINOCORN series continues for the month of March. Success Club gift for March is actually a performance line sampler pack. So that's a really cool gift that Beachbody's going to send you just for helping 3 people in the month of March. So how do you earn Success Club? Success Club is basically a points-based system based on Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. When you hit Success Club 5, they're going to send you this awesome sampler pack. So the way to earn points is for every challenge pack that you sell, whether it's to a new customer or a new coach, you're going to get 2 Success Club points. And for every Shakeology HD, actually Shakeology HD is 2 points now, right? Is that right, Jacqueline? I've kind of had a brain fog. So you're going to get 2 points for that. So also for the performance line stack pack, you get Success Club points for that as well. So it just needs to add up to Success Club 5. And your focus is truly on helping other people. And we have the products, we have the programs that truly change lives. And you guys already know that because your life has been changed in some form or fashion already, whether you just signed up today or whether you've been a coach for 5 years. I posted in the team page a couple of days ago about a new business launch party training coming soon, and I was overwhelmed by your responses. So I'm in the process of putting that together with some other leaders on the team. We should have that open probably next week, so just stay tuned. Keep your eyes out on the team page. If you commented on my post in the Platinum Dynasty page, I will be posting more details in that thread as well as on the page. So just keep an eye out, that it's going to be awesome. We have an amazing new coach manual that goes over everything, and we're going to do it together, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a party. So make sure that you get your new coaches in there, and that you're in it as well, because there's a lot to learn in this business. Like, you never stop learning and growing, and it's constant. And that's kind of what I wanted to really talk about tonight. And you're thinking, like, what is this RHINOCORNS thing that you're talking about? Well, it's fun, number one, right? To say RHINOCORNS. Nobody wants to, well, some people want to be a rhino, but I would much rather be a rhinocorn. You know, a rhino has tough skin. They have tons of force. They're going to plow through anything and everything to keep going. But rhinocorns still have that sparkle. So we have that drive. We have that push. Nothing is going to get in our way, and we're still going to be sparkly and magical at the same time. So you guys are going to get objections. People are going to tell you that it's not going to work. They're going to try to crush your dreams. They're going to try to steal your joy. They're going to try to crush your spirit. And that's why I'm saying you've got to have tough skin in this business, because it's going to happen. And it doesn't matter, as long as you have a strong why and you have a strong purpose and you know why you're in this and you have that self-awareness. At the end of the day, you guys, most people just want to be significant, right? They just want to know that they made a difference. So we're going to be talking a lot about self-awareness. And before I really dive into this, I just want to share with you guys, you know, kind of my story and where I started, and, you know, how I've grown into the person I am today. And not that I'm this amazing person. I'm still growing. I'm still learning, but I'm definitely a different person than I was, you know, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. It's actually been 8 years ago in February that I met Christina Solons, who was my coach, that I was in that thought process of, is this right for me? Do I want to do this? Can I do this? So I remember someone said to me, you've changed. You're not the same person. And to me, that was a compliment, because to me, that means I've grown. I've grown as a person. I've grown as a leader. And when you first sign up in this business, most of us aren't natural born leaders. We don't have this crazy, amazing entrepreneurial spirit, right? We have to grow into that. And for me, you know, just going back to, you know, my life pre-Beachbody, you know, I had very low self-esteem. I had no self-confidence. I was a people pleaser, right? Starting from the very beginning, I just wanted to make my parents happy. I just wanted to make my dad proud of me. Right? That's what I wanted. I just wanted to hear those words. I'm so proud of you. And so for me, I became a people pleaser. And I was constantly like searching for this approval from others. And it wasn't until Beachbody came along that I really started to dive into personal development. And while a lot of times we are, you know, we don't really want to dive into our past. We don't really want to look back into our past, but that's what has made us who we are today. So I've made a lot of bad mistakes. I've done a lot of stupid things, as we all have, but that's part of that growth process of becoming who we are, becoming who we were meant to be. So the very first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is self-awareness, and really thinking about, you know, what's holding you back. I'm just going to kind of get my notes out here. Right. So we all know ourselves, but we don't take the time to figure out what's holding us back, right? The number one thing that's holding you back is you. It's the person that you look at in the mirror every single day. It's the person sitting at this desk. It's the person that is driving your car every single day. And right now, you are literally on the verge of living your most incredible life in the next 3 years right now. But you have to start becoming aware of who you are, what's holding you back, and understanding and believing that your dreams and your goals are possible. And I say in the next 3 years because this business doesn't happen overnight. When I first signed up, one of the main things that they always said was commit to being here a year from now. So I'm encouraging you guys to not only be here a year from now, but be here for 3 years from now, and really think about, where do you want your life to be? Self-discovery equals conviction. And when you figure out what's holding you back, you now have to make that decision, and you have to take responsibility to change. You have to take responsibility to do something different. You have to take responsibility to open up that personal development book, to listen to a audio CD on your way to work, or when you're out walking, outside. You have to do something about it. And a lot of times people always say, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why this isn't working. I don't know why I'm not where I want to be at in my business. And chances are, you guys, you know why you aren't where you are, where you want to be in the business. You guys already know that. And I can say that because I know. I'm constantly striving. I'm constantly wanting to improve. I'm constantly wanting to take my business to the next level. And I know exactly why I'm not there yet. And so chances are, I'm willing to bet that you already know what is holding you back. You already know, where you need to improve. And the first person you need to know is yourself. And really be honest with where you are today. Where are you at in your business? What's your work ethic? How are your time management skills? What's your ability to relate to people? This is a people-driven business. So if you don't have good people skills, then you need to focus on personal development to help you become more relatable to people. There's a saying that was, fake it till you make it in this business. And that's not going to work. You guys, it's going to get you to a certain point that you have to walk the walk and you have to talk the talk. And the more you do that, the more you're going to believe in this business, and the more people are going to be attracted to you. You have to consistently be authentic. Right? I said in the beginning of this training that I was flustered. I wanted to go in the other room and cry. I wanted to pout. I wanted to have a pity party. I told you guys that because that's me. I'm real. And no matter whether you're on social media or if you're at home with your family, you've got to be you. You've got to be true to yourself and be who you are. How are your leadership skills? If that's an area that you need to focus on, I know a lot of coaches, when they come in, they worry, I'm not a leader. I can't be a leader. Go get John Maxwell's book, 21 Laws of Irrefutable Leadership. There's tons of personal development out there for you to grow, and it's going to take time, but you have to do it. You have to plug in. And trust. How is your trust? You have to trust your upline. You have to trust them that they're going to help you, and that they're going to be there for you. And the same thing with yourself. As you start to bring on new coaches, you've got to show up every single day. You have to train them the way that you told them that you're going to train them. If you say you're going to do something, you better show up. It's a two-way street. If you're saying this to your coaches, then they have to meet you halfway as well. So that's the consistency. That's where the trust comes in. So if you're the coach and you're the downline coach and you're telling your upline coach, yeah, I'm going to do my list today. I'm going to do a video today. I'm going to do this today. And you're not doing it. Guess what? Your coach is losing that trust in you, because if you're constantly saying you're going to do something and you're not doing it, It's the same thing in life, in your relationships. You know, if your spouse is telling you, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they don't ever do it, it's going to become like a broken record. And you're not really going to have that trust. So it's the same thing in the business. With your upline coach, you've got to trust them. They've got to be able to trust you. And you have to prove and earn that trust to your coaches as they sign up every single day as well. So the first person you got to get along with is yourself. And I just want to ask you guys, like, do you believe in yourself? Like, really, really believe that you can do this business, that this business is going to work? What are you projecting when you're posting out there, when you're going live, when you're talking to people? What posture are you sending? What words are you speaking? Are you speaking to success? Are you saying, well, I'm really trying, or I hope this is going to work? No, no more. Hope and trying is no longer in your vocabulary. Throw it out the door. You're doing it. It's happening, right? That's confidence. That's success. And people want to be around people who are confident. So if you're putting out this vibe that you're not really sure if this is going to work, you're not really sure if you're going to lose weight, you're trying, you're doing it, right? How much stronger does that sound when I say, well, you know, I'm trying to build my business, or I'm building my business? Who are you going to sign up with? Are you going to sign up with the person that's saying, well, I'm kind of trying, or the person like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm building my business. You want to be confident. And when your dream is big enough, you're going to become willing to change, and then your belief grows with that, right? Same thing. Your belief in this business is going to grow more and more and more as you continue to grow yourself and believe in yourself. And your business is only going to grow as much as you do. I need to move my hand off of my desk because I see my screen moving because I'm like, do, 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 do. So your business is only going to grow as much as you guys do. And that was something that I was told from the very beginning, because I had a lot of personal growth to do, and I still do. You know, we all do. We never, ever stop growing. And then, you know, I put this in bold. Selling is a transference of belief, right? You don't have to know every single thing about Shakeology. You don't have to know every single thing about the comp plan. But if you're excited about the business and you believe wholeheartedly that this business is going to change your life, people don't need to know all of the details. That belief, that excitement, that passion is what people are drawn to. And they're going to be like, okay, sign me up. So you have to believe in the business. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to know that, you know, if you want to change overnight, if you want to wake up tomorrow, you know, it really depends on how big your why is. It depends on how big your dream is and what do you want out of life? What are you looking for? You know, so you really have to fine tune that and dig into it. Like, you have to know without a doubt, what is your vision for this business? And you have to be able to share it, because people need to know where you're going in order to go with you, right? You can't ask people to, would you get on a bus or would you get on a train if you didn't know where it was going? Absolutely not. Unless you're just having a wild streak and you're like, okay, I'm going to go for it. So you have to know where you're going. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in this business, and you have to share that with people so that they know, like, okay, Jen is building a 6-figure business so she can stay home with her kids, or so that they can have this amazing retirement, whatever it is. So, you know, they're working on this, you know, dream house. They want to be financially free. They want to go on amazing vacations. And I want that too, right? So you want to be real. You want to be honest with yourself. You want to be honest with your prospects. All right. So the first person to cause you problems is going to be yourself. right? Our biggest struggle is an internal battle between our old life and our new life, the old you versus the new you. So you're already a different person than you were yesterday. Even if you just signed up as a coach today, you've just started a brand new life because this business is going to change your life. And so it's this constant inner struggle, right? To try to figure out, where you've been and where you're going to go. And the thought of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can never do this. And your new life, this new RHINOCORN, right? You're pushing through everything that gets in your way. Nothing is going to stop you. And that is that battle. And once you get your head wrapped around it, that whatever your dream is and whatever you're working towards, that's the new you. And you got to tell your old self, like, hey, I really appreciate you because you got me to where I am today, but I don't need you anymore. The old me is gone. And this is the new life. I'm on to newer, bigger, better things. I appreciate you, but you're no longer wanted because I am a RHINOCORN. So you really guys have to be, again, honest with yourself. You have to do the daily tasks to build your business. And if you're not doing the daily things day in and day out, don't expect to get paid. It's not going to happen. So you have to take a look at your daily activities. If you're writing down 10 daily to-dos, what are you leaving undone? Are you crossing off your list? Are you going to bed at night feeling satisfied because you got everything done? You guys wake up every day with a passion, with a desire to win, a desire to succeed, a desire to achieve that dream, achieve that goal. Maybe your dream is to be sitting on the sand in Bora Bora, the wind in your hair, your toes in the sand, sipping a pina colada or sipping your Shakeology. Your friends are there, your parents are with you, your kids are playing in the water. That's what's possible with this business. Yes, Bora Bora. Maybe you want to go to Paris. Maybe it's Greece. Maybe you want to go to Disney World. Whatever it is, when your dream is that big and you wake up with excitement every single day, you're going to have that desire to win. That RHINOCORN is going to come out and you're going to make things happen. You guys, but it doesn't just happen. You have to wake up every day. You have to do the small things day in and day out because they're going to add up for you. And this business is so easy to do. It's also so easy not to do. And if you're not doing those small things every single day, if you're not doing the 4 vital behaviors every single day, you're only hurting yourself. You're cheating yourself. You're cheating on you. So make sure you're doing those 4 vital behaviors. You're doing your workouts. You're drinking your Shakeology. You're inviting people to the business. Have you ever considered doing what I do? If I sent you a video, would you be willing to watch it? If I sent you a link to join this presentation, do you have time to hop on? You have to invite people to the business. You have to do your personal development. And the 4th vital behavior is recognition. So you have to be recognizing people on your team, people in your life, challengers, big or small, it doesn't matter. You have to recognize, you have to celebrate success because their success is your success. For example, Sula is doing the Ultimate Reset, and she lost 8 pounds her first week in the business. Yay! In the business, her first week doing the Ultimate Reset. Congratulations. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, it was 8 pounds, right? Pretty sure it's 8 pounds. She's on here, I believe, so maybe she can type it in the comments section, let everyone know. So we can cheer her on because how amazing is that, right? So you guys set goals and tasks that you can control. So a lot of times people are like, yeah, I'm going to sign up 10 new coaches this month. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You can't control what other people can do. So if your goal is to recruit, I'm just going to say 10 people to make it easy. If your goal is to recruit 10 people this month, that means you need to set a goal instead to put the business in front of 100 people this month. Because for 100 people that see the video that you present, maybe you're doing a phone presentation or you're sitting down and meeting with someone, for every 100 people that you put the business in front of, 10 are going to be interested. So if you're going to say, I'm going to sign up 10 coaches, focus on your activity that you need to do to make that happen instead. Because like I said, you can't control what other people can do. You can only control your activities. Stop making excuses, you guys. Stop saying, oh, I'm too tired, or I ran out of time, or I forgot to work out, or I forgot about tonight's training. Stop making excuses. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, I'm too tired, or you just don't understand, right? You guys hear that from your own coaches. You hear it from your downline. But how many times have you caught yourself in the middle of making an excuse? How many times have you heard yourself say an excuse and you caught yourself and you told yourself, not today. Stop making excuses. Instead of making excuses, put yourself into action and make things happen. So call yourself out. Be honest with yourself. If you're making excuses, then you need to, who else is going to tell you if you don't tell yourself, right? My excuse is that I don't get out of bed early enough. You guys, that's my thing. I sleep in. I just can't help it. I can't get out of bed early enough. And so I hear myself say it, and I call myself out. I'm like, Lisa, stop making up excuses. Get yourself out of bed. Set your alarm. You've got dreams. You've got goals. Get up. Make it happen. Don't blame it on your upline. Don't blame it on your downline. Don't blame it on nobody else is signing up. Look at yourself. Be honest with yourself. Look at the activities that you need to do and make it happen. You guys, this business rewards you based on your personal efforts and nothing else. So lastly, you guys, just be honest with yourself. The first person you must change is yourself. We spend so much time being frustrated on what people aren't doing. Right? I shared the business with this person and they're not interested, or I just signed up a new coach and they haven't done this yet, or this person's not Emerald yet, or whatever. This is a people-driven business. That's the good news and that's the bad news. You can't control what other people do. You can't fire your team. You can't fire your upline. And you guys, if you're frustrated with your team, if you're frustrated with your downline, they're probably just as frustrated with you. This is kind of a tough love call, I feel like, tonight. So, if I get frustrated with my team, same thing. That probably means they're probably frustrated with me too. So you have to change yourself first, right? Focus on what you need to improve on. What's your weakness? Is it communication? Is it time management? Is it your leadership skills? Whatever it is, you have to focus on yourself first. Books, CDs, podcasts. There's so much available free training at your fingertips with YouTube and podcasts. You got to focus on yourself first. It starts with you. You can't blame other people. It starts with you. So self-responsibility. You guys become aware with what it is that you need to improve on, right? Discover it, take responsibility to make that change. So many people have said, I never had a chance, or I didn't have that opportunity. You guys can never say you didn't have a chance or you didn't have the opportunity, because you have the same opportunity that the coach to the right of you on the Zoom screen had, and you have the same opportunity that the person on the left had. Everybody in this business has the same amount of hours in a day. You have the same opportunity, and it's up to you to make it work. You guys have to own your own life. Be responsible. Don't blame your upline. Don't blame your downline. Look at yourself. If you're going to blame anybody, it starts with you. And I know that's tough for you guys, for a lot of you guys to swallow, but this is it. It's your business. This is your life. This is your family's life. This is the legacy that you're leaving, the financial opportunity of this business. And, I talk a lot about money, because without money, you can't do anything. It's like putting that mask on when the plane crashes, right? You have to have that money so that you can be able to take care of your family. I don't have to tell you that. You have to have money to pay bills. You have to have money to spoil your family. You know, maybe you have parents that are elderly. Maybe you have a sick child. You know, maybe you want to help, you know, orphans in China, like Annie. I shared her her picture today. They're in China, her and her husband right now, adopting a new child. This is going to be their fourth child. They have 3 kids of their own. One of them has Down syndrome, and the child that they've adopted from China has Down syndrome as well. So whatever it is that you want out of this business, whatever that dream, whatever that goal is, you got to own it. You got to go after it. You got to wake up every single day with a fierce fire in your belly that nothing is going to stop you, that you're a rhinocorn and you're going to make it happen. Like, you better move, get out of my way, or I'm coming through. That's what I'm talking about for this training over the month of March and a little bit into April. We're going to be pushing, we're going to be driving, we're going to be making things happen. You're going to own your life. So I do have, one more slide before I go into the next one. You can't move forward without glancing back. Most people don't want to look back because it's painful, right? You got to go back and look at what you've overcome. You know, for me, I've if I went back and looked at my life at all of the things, you know, I had a miscarriage at 18. I got pregnant at 20. I lived in public housing. I've been through divorce. But those are things that I've overcome. And now I can be so proud of myself, because even though those things could have sucked me in and they could have drowned me in my life, I came out swimming. I came out running. I came out like a rhinocorn, and I made things happen. And I got to be proud of that, and I've got to own it. So whatever it is that you've overcome in your past, maybe you were abused as a child. Maybe your parents never gave you, praise. Maybe you've failed at a million things. Whatever it is, it's okay, because you may not be where you want to be today, but you're not where you used to be yesterday. And you got to own it, man. You got to share it. You got to overcome it. You got to use that to fuel your fire. Those things that I talked about, people, when I first started this business, people, kind of poking fun and making jokes about, being the Shakeology Nazi or whatever, or that business is never going to work, or, me having to go through that step of filing for bankruptcy, or seeing my daughter, go through abandonment and waiting to be picked up, and by her dad and never getting picked up. That was my fire. That was my fuel. Being younger, I was told I was lazy. That's my fuel. I go back and I turn that fuel into my fire. And I don't sit, I don't pout, I don't cry, I don't whimper. I might for a second. I think that's doable. And I just noticed I had a spelling error on the slide. No, I don't. That's actually spelled right. You have to own it. You got to go after it, because nobody else is going to do it for you. I can't create a dream for you. I can't make that dream happen. I can only share with you guys the tools. I can only share with you guys how to do it. I can only try to pull out your dreams. Even if you've shoved them away, they're at the back of the closet, you've forgotten about them because you feel like it's never, ever gonna happen. I'm telling you, it can happen. It will happen, but you gotta get those dreams out. You gotta, lay them out on the table. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in the business. And then the only person it's up to is you. You have to be the one to go after it. You have to be the one to wake up every single day, do the 4 vital behaviors, share the business, follow up, believe in it, love it, share how it's changing your life, learn, grow as much as you can. You've got to be a sponge, willing to learn and soak up everything and anything as much as possible, because if you're not going to do it, nobody else is going to do it for you. And if your dreams are to take your kids at Disney World, or to be able to pay for them to go to camp this summer, or, to have your dream house, It's going to be that little face looking up at you, wanting to know, Mommy, am I going to be able to go to camp this summer? Are we going to be able to go on that vacation you promised? You have to make it happen. You got to be the one to do it. So what's your self-image? The way you think about yourself and your abilities or your appearance are typically formed by how others view us in our past. You guys, I just want to leave you with, you can become anyone, anything that you choose to become. You just have to make that decision and do it and go after it. So I do have an assignment for you guys tonight. I want you to write down the person you want to be. 5 years from now, what does that look like? Who do you look like physically, financially, as a leader, as a spouse, as a parent? What do you look like 5 years from now? And I'm not just talking about physically. Obviously, I'm talking about all of those things. And when you write that down, I want to know, are you committed to it? Do you believe that it's going to happen? You know, who's the new you and what's it going to take to get there? And in this business, it's so easy to fall into that whole compare and despair game, but this isn't about anybody else, but it's about you. You know, and when we compare ourselves to others, we're comparing our worst traits to the best of somebody else's traits. So put your blinders on, you guys. Focus on yourself. Focus on your dream. Focus on your life. Focus on, at the end of the day, on the end of your last breath, what do you want to be known for? What do you want your life to stand for? What do you want to know that you made a difference, that you were significant in the lives of others? And that's what this business is about. Yes, we do fitness, we lose weight, we feel awesome. But at the end of the day, that's what this business is about. It's so much more than just popping in a DVD or plugging or streaming live that Beachbody on demand. It really, truly is about changing your life, your family's life, the lives of others, giving people hope, and being significant in the lives of others. And every single one of you on this call tonight has that opportunity, that potential to do it. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure that you write down the person that you want to be and share it on the event page. Read it out to your spouse. What do you want to be known for? Who do you want to be 5 years from now? And what do you got to do to get there? So you guys have a great night. And thank you again so much for your patience with all of the technical difficulties. And you guys have an awesome night.